There are more than 300,000 Americans living with some type of scleroderma, and tomorrow you can walk to help raise awareness about this disease. Joining me now, Karen and Barb, who are both here to about this disease for one thing. When we're talking about awareness and these sorts of things that people may have never heard of before, education is a big part of it. So what do you want people to know first and foremost?
I think that it's a very, very rare disease.
Mm-hmm.
Most people have never heard of it. Scleroderma means hard skin. That's the Latin translation.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is the autoimmune attacking your organs and your tissues and skin. And it's similar in family-wise to rheumatoid arthritis or lupus, but people have heard of rheumatoid arthritis and lupus,
Yes.
and no one's ever heard of scleroderma. And in fact, my mom calls it scaryderma because
Oh, wow.
because of it attacking internal organs and having some severe outcomes.
So I'm guessing for both of you, you'd never heard of it until you started experiencing it. So either one of you can answer. What was that experience like? What was happening, and how did you even find out that this is what you were dealing with?
I was a child when I was diagnosed.
Really?
I have there's several types, there's many types of scleroderma, but they're broken down basically into two categories, and that's systemic and localized. And I was about 7 when I was diagnosed with linear scleroderma on cutis sabra, that's my forehead. Actually, the doctor told my mom at the time that I could become 1959 words retarded.
Oh, wow.
So obviously it can cause neurological problems. If it's running across a joint, it can cause immobility issues and deformity.
Wow. And so, I mean, we're talking about this being a rare disease right now in 2023. I mean, what resources were there available for you at that time?
None.
Yeah.
None. No. And I only found out in 2013 that there were actually other people that have scleroderma.
That explains why you're an advocate and why you're involved. So how's it affected you? What's your experience been like?
I have limited systemic scleroderma, so it's a little bit different than Barbara's. But what I don't have, some people have tight skin, like O-shaped face, real tight facial. It affects their hands, crippled hands. For me, it's not so much outside, it's all internal. And so when I was diagnosed, I was actually diagnosed with a lung disease. And I didn't know where that came from, and 4 months later found out I had scleroderma, and it gave me the lung disease. And consequently it attacked my GI tract and my esophagus, and it can attack your kidneys and your liver and your heart. So it's
scaryderma, as your mom calls it, is an appropriate nickname for this.
Yeah, and it's scary also because there is no medicines for it. The only medicines they give you are for symptoms, and there's nothing to correct the disease.
So I'm just assuming here that your goal as advocates and as an organization, awareness, but then fundraising, because I know a lot of times we refer to conditions like this as orphan conditions or orphan diseases because they're so rare. There's no research, there's no funding, there's no treatment. So you want people to know about the walk tomorrow. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, we're having a walk at Grandview. Registration's at noon. And the walk is at 1, and we have raffle prizes, and that'll be around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And we really want people to come out, especially if you know someone or if somebody in your family just got diagnosed with scleroderma. It's scary, and we want people to know that there is some hope. I've had my disease for 13 years, and
63.
and Barb's been diagnosed for over 60, and there is hope, and they're doing constant research, so we're trying to promote that. And there's a national conference in July, and it's a really good place to meet other people that have the disease.
That's so important with something like this, is community. All right, we're grateful to you both for being willing to come on and share your stories and be vocal advocates. It's so important.
Oh, so thank you for having us.
Yeah,
Thank you. We
my
really
pleasure.
appreciate it.
All right, Janae, we'll send it back to you.